This one bias has started wars, collapsed billion-dollar companies, kept innocent people in prison, and right now it is quietly shaping everything you believe, your relationships, your finances, the news you trust. The worst part, every person it has ever destroyed thought they were thinking clearly. The general, the CEO, the jury. None of them felt biased, they felt certain. And certainty is exactly where this bias loves to hide. It's called confirmation bias. And in the next 10 minutes, you're going to see exactly where it's already been running in your life. In places you never thought to look. Here's something that changes everything. Your brain is not designed to find truth. It's designed to protect what it already believes is true. Those sound similar. They are completely opposite. Stanford University ran a study that proved this in a way nobody could argue with. Two groups. One supported the death penalty. One opposed it. Both groups received the exact same research, same studies, same data, same everything. Want to know what happened? Both groups walked away more convinced than ever. Not less certain. More. The supporting group found the supporting studies brilliant. The opposing group found the exact same studies deeply flawed. Identical evidence, opposite conclusions. Because the moment you believe something, your brain stops being a scientist searching for answers. It becomes a lawyer defending a verdict that was already decided. It hunts for evidence that agrees with it. It questions everything that doesn't. And it does all of this automatically, without asking your permission, without you feeling a thing. And if you think that's just about opinions and politics, what's happening inside your body during this process is even more surprising. Picture this. You're walking alone. Late at night, you hear footsteps behind you. Your heart rate rises, your muscles tighten, every sense sharpens. Now, someone shows you an article that completely contradicts something you believe. Neuroscientists scanned people's brains in exactly that moment. The same threat system fired. The amygdala, your brain's danger alarm, activated. The same way it does when you face physical danger. To your brain, a threatening idea and a physical attack are not that different. They run through the same ancient alarm system. Now flip that around. When you find something that agrees with you, dopamine, the same chemical behind good food, behind winning, behind falling in love. Your brain literally rewards you for being right. Till your brain built a perfect trap. Disagreement feels like pain. Agreement feels like pleasure. Repeat that 10,000 times across a lifetime. And you have a person wired to chase confirmation and flee from anything that challenges it. Then we handed that person a smartphone with an algorithm that figured all of this out before we did and built an empire feeding it. Every scroll, every recommended video, every suggested article, quietly engineered to keep you feeling right. But this didn't start with technology. This started with something much older, 50,000 years ago. Your ancestor stands at the edge of a dark forest. Something moves in the shadows. Two people from the tribe react differently. The first one thinks, the tribe says this forest is dangerous. I'm staying back. The second one thinks, let me investigate. Let me look at the evidence first. The second one doesn't come back. This is how human brains were shaped. Not by accuracy, by survival. The brains that locked onto beliefs fast and defended them hard survived. The ones that questioned everything in dangerous moments often didn't. Evolution doesn't reward being right, it rewards staying alive. And that is the brain sitting inside your skull right now. Unchanged. Unupdated. Running the same ancient programming inside a world it was never designed for. Every time you read the news, that 50,000-year-old system is involved. Every financial decision, every argument, every moment you feel certain about something. The environment changed completely. The hardware never got the memo, and you can see exactly what that looks like. In your own life, right now. Think about the last argument you had. You had the facts, the logic, the clearest possible case. The other person didn't move. They might have gotten more defensive, more certain, more resistant. You walked away thinking they're just not being rational. Here's what was actually happening. They were being completely rational inside their own filter, and you were being completely rational inside yours. Neither of you could see the other's filter. Neither of you could see your own. This is how it destroys financial decisions. An investor falls in love with a stock. Every good headline feels like confirmation. Every warning feels like noise. The filter runs quietly. The losses come suddenly. And they feel like bad luck, not bad thinking. This is how it plays out in health. A patient gets a diagnosis they don't want. They find a second opinion, then a third. The search doesn't end until someone finally says what they were hoping to hear, and that person feels like the honest one. This is how it fractures relationships. One person becomes completely certain they are the reasonable one in every conflict. That certainty makes them impossible to reach, and they never understand why the gap keeps growing. Now here's your test. One belief, your strongest one. Ask yourself, honestly, what evidence would actually change my mind? If the answer is clear and specific, that's genuine openness. If every counterargument already has a dismissal waiting for it, the bias is running the show, not you. And what the research found next makes this almost impossible to solve in the way most people try. Most people believe intelligence is the solution. Think harder, read more, analyze better. The research found something that should stop you completely. The highest analytical thinkers showed the strongest confirmation bias, not the weakest, the strongest. Researchers called it the sophistication effect. And the reason is devastating once you see it. A smarter person doesn't have fewer biases. They have more sophisticated weapons to defend the ones they already hold. They find stronger sources, build tighter arguments, spot every flaw in the opposing view while remaining perfectly blind to the same flaws in their own. The Yale Cultural Cognition Project confirmed it. Greater scientific literacy on contested topics didn't reduce disagreement. It increased polarization, more knowledge, more certainty, more division. Because the problem was never a lack of information. It was always psychological, which means showing someone better evidence won't always help. In a sophisticated mind, it can make things measurably worse. So if information isn't the answer, what is?